So good day, my dear students. Allow me to introduce myself. It is Jasmine Saneza, and I am your instructor in the Sheldon Metal Arts and Welding. Our learning objectives for today is to identify and evaluate work hazards in the workplace. So first, let's identify what is workplace hazards. So when talking about workplace hazard, it is the source of potential harm or damage to someone or something in any work environment. It can be material or any activity that has the likelihood that cause injuries under specific conditions. So there are so many work hazards in the workplace. And since we are focusing on the Sheldon Metal Arcs and Welding, so I will give you some of it. And let's proceed to the hazardous area or the hazards in welding. So first is electric shock from welding electrodes or wiring can kill. And by the way, before I proceed, by doing these hazards in welding, we can appreciate the use and the importance of the personal protective equipment. Second is breathing welding fumes can be hazardous to your health. Welding can cause fire or explosion. Arc rays can burn your eyes and skin. Confined spaces can be hazardous. Hot parts can cause severe burns. Flying metal can injure your eyes. That's why we will use welding goggles or the safety goggles. Next is noise can damage hearing. So we will use earplugs. And the last one is the cylinders can explode if damaged. There are many types of hazards and it falls into 6 cores. First is the safety, biological, physical, ergonomic, chemical, and the last one is the workload. So safety hazard. What is safety hazard? Safety hazard can affect any employee, but these are more likely to affect those who work with machinery or on a construction site. The safety hazards include slips, trips, and falls, operating dangerous machinery, and electrical hazards. Biological hazards are extremely dangerous. These include exposure to dangerous substances and diseases associated with working among animals, people, or infection plant materials. Employees who work in the hospitals, laboratories, or various other outdoor occupations are the work for biological hazards. The third one is the physical hazards. Physical hazards can affect those who work in extreme weather conditions or in harmful environments. Workers that are exposed to continuous loud noise, radiation, sun rays, and ultraviolet rays could be at risk. The fourth one is the ergonomic hazards. Ergonomic hazards affect individuals whose work puts a strain on their body. Remember, manual rules that require lifting or sitting for long periods can cause damage over time. These hazards may not be noticeable at first, which makes them much harder to identify. The fifth one is the chemical hazards. I know we are familiar to this because we already know it since 10 or the last topic that we discussed. So let's define it again. So chemical hazards is mainly threaten employees whose roles expose them to dangerous liquids, solvents, or flammable gases. Individuals who are most likely to be affected, those working in cleaning facilities, engineers and employees in field-based roles. Exposure to harmful chemicals can cause, number 1, illness, skin irritation, breathing problems, and in extreme cases, death. So we are now in the last part of our topic, which is the workload hazards. So workload hazards include issues that could cause stress or strain, such as workload, violence, or aggressions. These hazards can be experienced in any job role. However, Workers may struggle to voice concerns due to their isolated work environment or find themselves a target for antisocial behavior. So I think this is all for today, and I hope you've learned something. And don't forget to wear personal protective equipment, most especially when you are working in the dangerous area or in the hazardous area.